Alright guys, welcome to the Temu camping video. It's a little crazy outside, it's wet, so we're going to start with the tent. Honestly, at this point I'm just hoping it doesn't have a hole in it, because this is an Arab tent. Alright, so a couple things we have included are a hand pump and a lower tarp, it looks like. This is too cool. Okay guys, checking out this pump. Honestly, I aired this thing up in less than a couple of minutes. So the pump connects in right here. You have multiple attachments. Then right here, you have a PSI gauge showing you green, good, red, bad. Check this out. This tent is awesome. All right, you guys look along the edges right here. These are gonna be the air tubes that fill up. All right, guys, welcome to my Temu camping video. It's been a long while in the making. The rain was not planned. But hey, you know what? We make do with what we've got. So here we are sitting inside of our Temu/Amazon tent. Now, I'm starting out with a bit of a cheat, guys. I apologize. So I ordered this exact same tent on Temu for $268. I waited 2 weeks, never showed up. The store that was selling it, well, they don't exist on Temu anymore. I looked around. There was quite a few other ones that couldn't get to me in time. Then I found the exact same company who makes the same one, selling it on Amazon. And from what I can tell, they are identical in every way. We'll go over more details about that here in a bit. But first, guys, we got to get set up. So let's get into it. Now, there are a couple other things here that are not from Temu. I have my backup Blue Eddy power bank. That is for the camera equipment, just in case. But I'm still going to try to use the ones that we brought with us for everything. So let's start off by unboxing our table from Temu so we can show you guys some stuff on it. Alright, due to the massive amount of stuff that's going to be here on this haul, I am not going to remember most of the prices off the top of my head, so we'll make sure to keep them up on screen here. But this is our nice little handy camping table. If you guys were wondering, aside from one little snack bag, everything in here is from Temu. Some of you guys have seen, some of it you haven't. So, table's got two little clips. Pop it open. Looks like we got ourselves a little net for it as well. Then, we have some extension legs right here on the bottom. Check that out. Alright, welcome to Unbox Analysis. Camping in the rain, guys. This is what it's all about. I gotta say, I love this tent. I'm going to have links to the Temu links and the Amazon links down below, because this thing, I mean, setup was just crazy easy. It took me a couple of minutes with the pump that was included. This thing is awesome. So the way I'm going to run this video today, guys, is we're going to have a couple things unboxed here in front of you. Then some of it we're going to have going, and we're just going to be doing some normal camping stuff. I'll put the prices up and you guys see a new item, and you guys make sure to let me know down below if you like videos like this and you want me to make more. I'm totally down. I love camping. It's been hard for me to find the time lately. Between work and making videos, I've been a little too busy. So, this is one of the first things I want to show you guys. I picked up a new power bank from Temu. This is the Euchre power bank. It does claim to be 30,000 milliamp hour, 65 watt. Ooh, first off, got ourselves a nice little carrying bag. Nice little manual here. This one I'm pretty excited about. This was about 65 bucks if I remember right. Price on the screen. But it just looks like a lot better quality than the ones we've tested out before. Alright, so first thing I noticed is it's got a really cool look to it. Check out the front. It's got a clear view in, and in the back we have a clear view in to multiple lights. We're going to be testing this light out tonight. This is actually one of the main reasons I'm excited about this. So, turning it on, we have a floodlight and 3 different brightnesses. Now this thing, it's freaking bright, okay? And then it has a long distance light. Pretty awesome. This is going to be very useful for camping. Now jumping into something you guys have seen before. You guys see the light in here. It's not super dark out, but it's not bright. So we are going to throw up the 2 lights that I showed you guys on a recent video. Alright, so another couple things we have with this power bank. USB Type-C, 2C, for charging of course. You have a dust and water cover for the side. Then you have a nice strap that goes on it. But the strap, I just kind of commandeered to hold my upper light. But this is going to be my main phone charger, and we're going to see how well this thing works and how well it holds up throughout the next couple of days. Now, to help me out with some comfort, guys, we're going to move into my seat next. These are probably some of the coolest beach chairs I've seen. Look how small this fits. Now, these have been tested. I showed you guys a bit of a sneak peek in the last video, 2 videos ago, but let's check it out. So everything you need is inside the bag. You just kind of let things fall into place. Let them go where they need to go, and it goes together in a matter of about a minute. So once you have it like this, then all you got to do is put on the actual seat cover. Alright guys, with that said, we're going to cut off the video here for a bit. I'm going to get everything set up. Come on out. my first completely random idea failed. The miniature stove over there, not going to be great to cook on. So we tried our kebabs, and first off, we're not using the right sticks. We kind of bought them for the grill anyway. Second, all it was doing was charring everything with black soot and not cooking it. So next idea, got out the old cooking pan. So we're going to fire it up. We're just going to put everything in there and kind of stew it up. This is just a quick, easy, basically a snack, a meat and mushroom snack. All right, let's get to it. I'm going to put some. All right, guys, just finishing up the night. Our dinner was, well, it was a snack. But the Temu stove did its job. Worked pretty good. Sitting in front of the Temu fire here. And we're munching on some grapes. So tonight, I'm going to be sleeping in the cot I bought on Temu. I'll make sure to throw the price up when you guys see it in the morning, and I'll let you know how it is. Hopefully it's comfortable. I need a good night's sleep. All right, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, just waking up here. The cot. The cot's pretty solid. If you have the inflatable topper, we'll update later. All right, guys, we are halfway through day 2. So let's give a quick rundown of everything I've used so far. So for starters, well, you guys just saw a quick montage of me making coffee the 2 ways. Not sponsored by anybody. This video is all me, and it's all thanks to you guys. I did decide to try out some Black Rifle coffee. This is the Tacti Squatch Ground Dark. Not sponsored, just something I picked up, thought it'd be worth trying out. I did use the dripper and the built-in one in this mug. Now, I'm pretty sure the one in this mug is actually made for tea, but you know what? Why not give it a try? I'm gonna be honest, brewing it that way, that might be some of the darkest coffee I've ever tried. That is a very, very strong, very dark coffee, but I'm not complaining. We'll try some out from the other dripper here in just a little bit. So, a couple fun things. The tent is awesome. The thing took me like 2 to 3 minutes to set up once I figured out the trick. So there's a little air valve on the side that you pump it up with the hand pump, right? And inside of there is this little white button. If you press that white button, it lets the air out. It's a 2-way valve. So you click it again and it locks in place and holds the air. It took me a minute to figure that out because this tent did not come with an owner's manual anywhere, which is all right. It's not too complicated to figure out again. So a couple other fun aspects about this tent over here. It's double insulated. It already comes with a spot where you can put a stovepipe to turn this into a hot tent. So guys, this tent is going to be in future videos. Obviously, depending on how this video does, maybe we'll do a lot more outdoor equipment and tests in the future. You guys have to let me know though, because I love this kind of stuff. I'm all about it. Now, to be completely honest though, I forgot a ton of things that I needed on this trip, but we'll make do. It's all good. So next up with the tent, waterproof level, great. We had water underneath the tent, inside, completely dry. So next factor, the fan I showed you guys in a couple videos ago, I'll put a clip up of it here. The fan ran all night, still at about 75% power, and I completely underestimated how nice it would be to actually have a remote control to a light in a tent. Now, this table here, look, it works, but there's probably a lot better options for the price. It does have adjustable feet on the bottom. It is very small, but it's very hard to keep it level, even with the adjustable feet. Now, you guys have already seen the burner. I attempted to cook some food in it last night. Look, the food turned out okay, but definitely not its intended purpose. It was not my best moment overall. And this little coffee thing seems to work really good. I just really wish it connected to the top somehow. That would be great. Now, to point out a couple obvious caveats here, I have the under tarp that came with the tent facing the wrong direction. I kind of did that on purpose so we had a place to set our shoes before we went inside. Now, we're gonna move on to the cot. So honestly, I got a pretty good night's sleep. The cot itself, it's okay. But when you add the little air up mattress that goes on top, 1,000 times better. I actually laid on it for about an hour before I put that thing on to get a good feel on both. If you're gonna get the cot, you're gonna want something for the top. Now, if it's for a kid, you'd probably be okay without the air up thing on top. But for an adult, I'm 6'1", weigh about 185 pounds. You're gonna want that little air up mattress foam on top. That thing was comfy, it didn't leak any air, held great all night. Next thoughts here are on my little fire pit. Now, we are at a campground here. The campground is rustic, so no power, no water, electricity, but they do have fire pits over there. But I wanted to try this little one out, you know, and just have some fun with it because it's just such a cool little footprint. You don't really want to cook food over this. Something to do with the airflow tends to turn all of the food black. Probably has something to do with the quote-unquote smokeless nature of this thing. But I wouldn't recommend cooking food over it. Save that for the bigger one or a grill next time. Next couple things we got to jump into, the power banks. So the one power bank that you guys saw the other day, I keep calling it the Citechi. It might be the Citechi, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so here are the 2 power boxes we've been using. This is the Citechi you guys saw in the other video. So I charged 2 phones with it last night, and it is currently at about 87%. I only used the light on this once for just a couple of minutes, so that's pretty much only charging 2 phones. Now my phone is the S24 Ultra, and it was at about 10% last night because I was doing a lot of my recording with the phone, and then we charged the S23 Ultra, which was at about 30% to full. So 13%, I mean, not bad. Now, this little guy here, I'm gonna be honest, I've mostly been using this as a light. Because the light on this thing is phenomenal. It's got this cool strap right here. I just take the strap and I hook it up to the top of the tent, and it sits up top. Here's the light right here on this side. It has 4 different modes. So first we have a couple of brightness modes, and then it goes to a long range mode. So it's got the floodlight and the long range, and it's pretty awesome. Then of course on the back it has the charger. Now I only use this to charge the string lights, which I'll show you guys. The string lights, not impressed with. The string lights are not amazing. They work, but even after being fully charged, they're just a little bit too dim. The idea is super cool. The brightness just isn't quite there. It'd be nice to see those just a tad bit brighter. They're kind of just for ambient lighting, but overall, it'd be nice to see them a little bit brighter. Aside from that, I'm in love with this little power bank. This thing is awesome. I don't think it's gonna, charge a ton of things. It says it's 115 watt hours, but right here we have 115 watt hour. Oh, 10,000 milliamp hour. So this thing could very well be 10,000 milliamp hour. This doesn't feel like your average cheap Chinese power supply. The company Euchre, from what I can tell in the research, does things quite a bit better. So next up in our camping trip, we do have some of the family out here today, and well, I'm filming this on my birthday. Happy 36. But we're gonna be going on a little bit of a kayaking trip. Now this kayaking trip, I'll share some footage with you guys here in a little bit of a montage. It is not with a Temu kayak. I know, this is supposed to be the all Temu camping. But if you guys do want to see me pick up a kayak or a boat or something like that from Temu, let me know down below. A little sneak peek for a future video. I just picked up a pool from Temu. I imagine a lot of people are pretty curious as to how that goes, so I bought a whole bunch of pool equipment, a filter, all that fun stuff. So we're going to probably dig into that here in the next couple of weeks and try it out. But on that note, enjoy a couple of these shots for my little river trip, and then we'll get to the next part of the video where we're going to be cooking some kebabs for dinner. All right, we'll see you guys in a bit.
Oh wow. Thing's fucking messy. Fire for you.
Hey, bud.
Cut that up.
Look
at you, man. He said Temu's awesome.
Dude, straight up.
Temu's awesome.
Chicken?
Chicken. What's this?
More chicken.
So this is
garlic and herb.
Will we?
No, maybe not. I don't know. We'll try.
When I do my videos on TikTok and it's a cooking video, oh yeah, everybody digs it. Yeah, the way that fire is going, man, it ain't gonna take long to cook this anyway.
But it sounds like there's some heavy winds coming, apparently. All right, you got some big towel over here?
Christmas duck in her head.
I can edit it.
He can edit it.
Okay, so here's the finished product on the food. Yeah, these last ones were cooked in a torrential downpour. Sorry about the audio right now, guys. I tried all my mics. They're all picking up the rain from the top a little harsh. But on the bright side, the tent holding up just fine. It is absolutely killer. No leaks. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, it withstood 45-mile-per-hour winds.
That was pretty crazy. And it was not supposed to rain today. So that's going really well. Okay, Emma. That's what people do. I don't know.
ASMR.
Not really. What am I
It's
drinking?
not like mukbang.
Oh my god.
Oh, mukbang. Okay, so a little bit of full disclosure. Not everything here today is Temu. Mostly because I haven't ordered everything from Temu to actually do this video. Like, main cooler, you guys might recognize this from one of my old videos. This is a Patriot cooler. I mean, these things are as good as Yeti for like 40% less. So make sure to show them some love. They also donate a ton of money to veterans and homeless veterans. Just about everything else inside of the tent itself is from Temu, except for one cot and my camera bag. I needed my camera bag to protect the equipment for obvious reasons, and the other cot is for her because she doesn't need to be forced to sleep on a $30 hammock or a $30 cot when I have a pretty nice one for her to use. Hey guys, come on in, let's check it out. Okay, so first off, fan aside, let's check this out. 6'1", I'm standing up in here. This is a big deal. You know, when you're in a tent and you have at least one spot you can stand up for getting dressed, getting changed, whatever, it's awesome. This is the cot that I bought, right here. So the cot itself, price up on the screen, you guys know how we do it. The cot itself is made of a nice fabric and it's sturdy. I weigh about 185, 6'1", it's comfy, but it is so much more comfy with this pad. This pad right here, this is called the Westune. This really ups the game of the whole bed. I didn't like the pillow part up top. It makes it a little too tall, so I flip it around. But it's aired up. It's held air. Speaking of holding air, guys, this tent is an inflatable tent. And check it out. You can see there's tubes that go all the way around. They have the 4 corners. They stand up to a peak. This thing has been solid in rain, thunderstorms, and we're talking 45-mile-per-hour winds. I didn't even stake all 4 sides down. Didn't really need to. All right, now, if we come on over here, this is the Satechi power supply from Temu. I have charged my phone 3 full times. It's at 74%. I haven't used the AC power at all. Haven't really needed it. Then, right down here, this little guy is awesome. I've only used it to charge a couple things, but I love the light. Let's check this out. Gets even brighter. This thing is just awesome. All right, here's the table. Now, the table's not bad, but it's kind of hard to level. It does have little leveling feet down here, but it's just, it doesn't sit quite flat, but it does the job for the price. Now back to the tent. Check this out. See how this looks wet right here? Completely dry. This is water that's under the tent. It doesn't come through. It doesn't seep through. It doesn't soak through at all. It's been pretty awesome. So if we check this out, this is a hanging rechargeable light. I have it kind of clamped up here, but if we turn it on, we can see, while it's a really cool idea, they could really be brighter. And this is max charge on these. But speaking of bright lights, you guys might recognize this fan from a couple videos ago. The remote control on this is awesome. It works great. It's so nice to have this when you get up and it's dark in here, you got to go to the bathroom or whatever. Fan ran all night last night. We've been using the light on and off. It's still at 75%. 110%, one of my favorite parts of this entire haul. All right, now coming over here, this is just some of the stuff we used on this trip. Now, I did use this once. The porter kettle is really cool, but it takes a ton of power to use, and it's not very fast. The jet burner that we ordered, I use this to heat water for everything. I used it for cooking, for cleaning, but check this out. It started to actually melt its own surrounding. So, just something to keep in mind, when you're using it for a long period of time, it can actually start to melt this little grippy stuff it has on the outside. This little coffee / teacup, I'm going to try to link it if I can, because this is my new coffee mug. This thing was awesome. It was great. It was so easy to cook coffee in. You guys saw a little clip of that earlier. And then, of course, the cooking pack. I used a ton of stuff out of there. Now, for a couple of things we haven't covered yet. This is a tent / hammock. Due to the rain, thunderstorms, wind, I didn't even get a chance to test this out this weekend. I really wanted to, but we're kind of out of time. This is the last night. Got to get up early and get headed back. So hold on for a future video. I'll try to give this a really solid test and let you guys know if this one's worth it. But another thing you guys haven't seen yet. So you guys have already seen the solar panel, so we'll move that out of the way. You guys saw me start a fire with this. First time I've ever started a fire with a flint. Check out this monster of a backpack. This held all of my clothes, and I still had like 75% free. It is tough, it is durable, and it is definitely the largest backpack I've ever had. Now, for a couple of things that were here this weekend that are not Temu. I told you guys about the tent. The tent is the exact same one they sell on Temu, but it wasn't going to be here in time for the video, so I had to order it from Amazon. But I did a whole bunch of background checks. It appears to be the exact same company who manufactures this for like 4 different sellers. If you guys like camping videos and you guys want to see me do some winter camping coming up this winter, check this out. This is a fireproof material right here that you can actually cut out. It has a flap on the outside, and you can use this as a hot tent. All of this is double insulated. Like the quality on this tent is far beyond like any tent I've ever owned, given most of the tents I've owned in my life have been pretty cheap ones. Now, coming down here, this has been my backup power supply. This is the Blue Eddy ESB 40 or something. I'll put it up here. They sent this to me a while back, and it's kind of my go-to backup power supply. I had it here in case either of those didn't quite cut it, but between the other two from Temu, I didn't even need to use it. You know, Blue Eddy's a solid company. They're right up there with Jackery. Really high quality stuff. Now, you can see over here, this cot. This one is not from Temu, so we weren't featuring any of the stuff on this side of the room because this was the girlfriend's. In case the cot that I got from Temu was really bad, well, I'm the one testing it. She didn't need to struggle. So guys, overall, it's been an awesome weekend. I did not expect to camp in a literal thunderstorm with 45-mile-per-hour winds, but here we are. The tent held up great. Absolutely zero issues. No water got in. Nothing. I mean, it's been great. I did not get a chance to test out the sunroof because we have the secondary cover on top. It comes with a double insulated secondary overlayer. It's got windows everywhere. This window, this window, this window, this window. I'll show you guys some quick video snippet of it right here with the window open. So if you guys want to see me do anything else with this, if you guys want to see some more camping videos, doesn't have to be from Temu. It can be from AliExpress, eBay, Amazon, whatever. Let's talk about it. So guys, hey, if you've watched this far, thank you so much for being here for my birthday weekend Temu Thunderstorm camping disaster. That was a lot of fun. If you guys like videos like this, again, seriously guys, let me know down below so I can make more. If you guys don't like videos like this, hey, you know what? That's okay too. Let me know down below and we'll move on to something else. But until then, it's time for me to get some sleep. Got to be up early and pack away. So we will see you guys on the next one.